What's good, everybody? I'm BPC, and welcome to Competitive Origins MMA. Well, Dominick the Devastator Reyes faced off against Jiří Procházka at UFC Vegas 25 in the main event. Now, Jiří's debut in the UFC, if you don't recall, was against Volkan Ozdemir, in which he scored a second-round KO, which was pretty impressive in my mind. And now here he is in just his second UFC fight, facing off against another high-ranked UFC lightweight contender, by the name of Dominick Reyes. Now, Dominick, as I'm sure you're aware of, faced off against Jon Bones Jones for that light heavyweight championship belt and lost a controversial decision. With that being said, he got a second crack at that belt when Jon Jones vacated the belt, and he faced off against Jan Blachowicz, and he ended up actually getting TKO'd in that fight. With that being said, a lot of people were thinking that, Dominick Reyes would get back on his bike and start the winning streak all over again, and here was his opportunity to do it against Jiří. Now, the question here was that, is Jiří, basically the new guard? Is it changing of the guard? Is he here to stay? And that's what we're definitely going to find out in this fight. Now, round number one started off, and Jiří started with his hands down to the ground, or not to the ground, but down by his side. And yeah, he looked cool and all, but it's not great for defense. Now, is it? Now, he did get hit a couple times, but then Jiří landed right back, and that's what got Dominick retreating, And then Dominick said, basically, screw this, and started going for the takedown. Now, he was able to get the takedown, but he didn't land anything really when he got him down to the ground. And Jiří was actually able to explode back up and then, start landing shots. And then basically Dominick got back on his bike, moving around, not trying to get hit as much, but he was getting hit, but then he also returned the shots. So he wasn't just like a wounded dog that got hit and ran away. He was moving, and as he was being chased, he was firing right back at him, and I love that. It was basically a dog fight here, but Jiří also showed he has a really good chin. So basically with that being said, the fight came to, or I should say the round came to a close, and Dominick's nose was absolutely bloodied. It actually looked like it was possibly broken again like he had in his fight with Jan Blachowicz. Well, round number two started, and Dominick Reyes actually did better this round. He was throwing kicks, he was throwing punches, he had good spacing, he even landed a really nice back fist, and at one point he actually wobbled Jiří. Now, with that being said, Jiří then decided, okay, it's time to go for the takedown. And that's exactly what he did, but Dominick actually tried to catch him in a guillotine as he went down to the mat. And, he held on to it for quite a bit of time. It just wasn't in good enough, and Jiří was able to get out of it. But then Dominick, landed some punches, landed some elbows, which was a lot better, than what he did when he took, Jiří down to the ground. But now he's on his back and he's landing shots. So much better job there. He did get back up, and Jiří absolutely swarmed him. He was like the freaking Terminator. This whole fight, he just kept coming and coming and coming. It was just nonstop. It was pretty impressive, I must say. But like I said, Reyes did a great job firing back. Whenever Reyes was hurt, he'd always fire back. He never just stood there and took it and kept moving and took it. He always fired back, and that's what made the fight so entertaining, And then, Jiří basically landed this combo that I've never seen before. I'm sure others have seen it, but I haven't seen it, in which he landed a right elbow and then followed it up with a spinning left elbow. And it connected just perfectly, and Dominick Reyes absolutely went to sleep on his feet and went head first into the octagon. It was pretty harsh, man. And Herb Dean saw it, and he ran in there, stopped the fight immediately, because obviously there was no way that Dominick Reyes was going to continue. He was basically put to sleep. So there you have it. Jiří Procházka gets another victory over another top-ranked fighter in the light heavyweight division. And which was pretty cool, too, is he was completely unaware in the post-fight interview that Dana White had stated the winner of this fight would face off against the winner of Glover Teixeira facing off against Jan Blachowicz for the light heavyweight title. So this is basically a #1 contenders fight, and it looks like Jiří is going to get that opportunity to fight for the championship belt in just his third UFC fight, which I think is pretty amazing, and he's definitely earned it. He's definitely proven that he's stopping these guys. It's not just getting decision victories. He's stopping these guys early into fights, and that's what we want to see, and that's what sells at the end of the day. So the UFC feels it's ready to give him a shot at the belt, which I think is pretty awesome. Well, guys, let me know if you saw the fight. Put it in the comment section below if you viewed it a little bit differently from me. You know, where do you see Dominick Reyes going after this fight? After all, he is on a 3-fight skid right now. I don't think the UFC is going to release him because he's only been losing against the top, you know, he's lost in 2 title fights and then he lost against Jiří, who actually seems to be the real deal. So I don't think he's getting cut, but let me know where you guys see him going after this. And Jiří Procházka, like, jeez, man, like, where do you see this guy going, you know? If he was to face off against, you know, if he's going to face off against Glover, do you think he's able to beat Glover, you know, for that championship belt, you know? And if he gets to face off against Jan, could you see him beating Jan? Do you think he has enough, you know, has what it takes to beat these guys? So put it in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think as well. Don't forget to go to competitiveorigins.com, type in promo code MMA144 so you can get 10% off this Competitive Origins no matter what t-shirt. Thank you for tuning in today, guys. I'm BPC, and remember, you've been competing since conception, whether you're competing against yourself or others. Competitive Origins.